You guys gotta call Els, man. I'm doing this live thing.
I need his number, but I have like 10 orders that you have to do.
I'm calling. Jeez, man. Hi, guys.
Okay, one second. Okay, cool. So we're gonna get started. Okay, so hey everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Richie Valdez, and I am the host for the Battle Canada live events. I want to thank you all for tuning in on a Saturday afternoon. I hope you all are doing safe at home on this beautiful Saturday morning. So for Battle Canada, our mission is to be the best. One sec, technical difficulties. Give me one sec. There you go. So our mission here with Battle Canada is to be the best outdoor cultural sports and music festival to serve the diverse cultural mosaic that is Canada. And today we're really here to raise funds. It's for charity, both for SickKids Foundation as well as Montreal Children's Hospital. So make sure you hit up the link in our bio to donate. And I'm so excited to have Chef Jae-Anthony with us today. Chef, your pictures on Instagram are killer.
Oh, thank you.
I want to lick my phone every single time I look at your photos. So yeah, so I want to welcome Chef Jae-Anthony. He is the chef and restaurant owner of Ting's Restaurant. That's where he is right now in his restaurant, killing it. He is a powerhouse entrepreneur. He began his empire from his parents' garage and transitioned from catering customized lunches to catering for our favorite celebrities like Drake, Boy Wonder, The Weeknd. You are a driven and focused entrepreneur dedicated to your craft. We appreciate that. And as a father, you're determined to leave a legacy and a positive impact to your community. So we're excited to have you on our Cook for a Cause today. And you're going to teach us to make the brown stew chicken and roasted cauliflower. Is that right, Jay?
Oh, yes, I am.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass it over to you. But before I do that, how are you handling this whole COVID situation?
Well, basically, we just opened our restaurant March 9th, so it was a crazy transition to go from a full course restaurant with wine, cocktail, full bar, to now just doing pickup and delivery. But I'm not used to this kind of lifestyle because that's how I started in Montreal, through pickup and delivery. So I was able to adjust pretty quickly.
Well, good for you. And I mean, how has it changed? Like you've switched obviously to switch things you've done in the restaurant. How have you overcome these challenges?
Well, me and my business partner, we've figured out different marketing strategies, different dishes that will attract the community of Ottawa. There's things that I believe that would entice people to buy more food from Ting's, like different dishes, not keeping things stagnant, pushing the envelope all the time. And that's the number one thing that we have able to do to change the game and to be still afloat and above water.
That's amazing. So I'm going to pass it over to you. And as questions come in, I'll make sure to jump in. But I'm going to kick it off to you. You're going to make your brown stew chicken and roasted cauliflower.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And this is a very, very, very simple dish. And this dish doesn't cost more than, well, depends. If you buy a whole chicken that's like organic, grain, whatever, it'll cost you maybe about $20 to $23. But if you buy a regular chicken at any kind of grocery store, it'll probably cost you about $13. And a head of cauliflower, you're talking about $4. And then the seasonings, probably about $2 to $3. So this dish is like max $25.
That's amazing. So for any of you that are joining in, the ingredients list has been posted on Battle Canada. You can go check it out after, and then he's going to walk us through how to make it. And I think a few of you have actually purchased the ingredients already. So make sure you share and tag us and use the Cook for Cause hashtag, please. And then we'll make sure to share what you're doing.
All right. So we're going to start.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to show you guys what we have here. Okay, so here we have ketchup. Okay, you could also use, what's that word again? Tomato paste. I use ketchup. The reason why I use ketchup is because it gives a little bit of a sweet texture also. So I get balance between salty and sweet, sweet and savory. This is garlic powder and onion powder in here. Okay, you're talking about 1/3 of a cup. Okay, mix. We're gonna do natural browning. Okay, so browning is usually in this bottle. Okay, when you go to the grocery stores from Super C, Caribbean grocery stores, you can find this. But we're gonna do a natural browning today. So we have soy sauce, brown sugar. We also have green seasoning. Green seasoning, you can Google it. There's different kind of green seasonings. So Trinidad, Jamaica, Haiti. But green seasoning is usually parsley, coriander, shadow benny, or cilantro. It's all part of the same family. You have usually green onion. You have onion, thyme, and a Scotch bonnet. Okay. We also have this mixture here is olive oil, which is blended with garlic. Okay. Then after that, you have tomatoes, thyme, and you have our cauliflower, which I split in basically the 4. So when we roast it in the oven, it evenly roasts. Okay, now, and this is the chicken. This is cleaned. So everyone knows that us Caribbean people, we clean our chicken. Okay, so you're talking about that goes into lime, lemon, some salt. We clean off all the bacteria and we get this started. All right, so we're gonna start first off by seasoning the chicken. It's very simple, okay? So you add some of this onion powder, garlic powder. We're gonna add
Thank you.
some soy sauce. We're gonna add some green seasoning. We're gonna add some ketchup. Boom, boom, boom. And if you want, what I like to do is I add a little bit of browning to the mixture itself. Not too much. My hands are washed, but you know what I'm gonna do? Because of COVID-19, I'm gonna get a glove, you know? You gotta safety first, safety first. Safety is first in the kitchen. So basically, okay, so basically, hey, where's Dave?
David.
Dave, come here. I need you to hold this phone for me while I'm doing this stuff. All right, so basically how I clean my chicken is first off, when I take it out the package or a box, because I usually clean a full box, I put it in regular cold water. I put white vinegar, lemon and lime juice, and I leave it in there for about 30 minutes. Cold water, by the way, guys. You could, it doesn't have to be 30 minutes, but I like to really clean our chicken here at Tings. Okay. So now I'm gonna season it around. That's my butt. So I'm gonna season it around. When I season my food, I like to make love to it. Right? So we feel it up, we rub on the back, we rub on the breast, you know? You're just rubbing it up.
Make love to your food, people.
Exactly. Food is love and love is food. All right. So now that you see the chicken here, take off my glove. I wish you guys could smell the aroma, but usually when you're making brown stew chicken, you'll let this rest in the fridge for about an hour to let it completely infuse and all the flavors come together. But I'm going to show you how to do this in less than 30 minutes. All right, so now that this is there, we're going to put this back in the fridge. Put that back in the fridge. Start with our pan. So this is my pan. Usually in the Caribbean culture, we use Dutchy pot. I don't have a Dutchy pot. Dutchy pot is like a cast iron pot that the Caribbean people use to cook. All right, it's a Dutchy pot. Also, I have a gas stove. You guys probably have a regular electric stove. My stove is a lot stronger, so it's gonna be a little bit different. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna put some garlic oil. So garlic oil is just olive oil or canola oil. And I blend it with garlic. Very simple. You don't have to put too much. Just put enough where it goes around the pan. But make sure that this gets very hot because you're going to be browning. You're going to be starting natural browning. So when you do a natural browning, okay, you have to burn your sugar, and so there's going to be more brown sugar in here. Hey! Stop talking so loud. Doing a freaking live, man.
Sorry.
All right. Put your soy sauce here. Give me 1 second. Yes. You have to make sure to watch it because sometimes if you burn it completely, it'll change the whole demographic of your dish. Or the whole dynamic of your dish. So there we go. I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit dark. It smells really good. So as you see, it's going to start to frost over the top. And I'm going to add the chicken.
I love how it's bubbling.
Yeah, bubbling, and the aroma that you will get from the chicken itself.
Right.
When it hits this pan, it's insane. We also do this for curry when we're making like curry goat, curry chicken, different things. Even rice. If you don't have any browning, we okay, so I'm going to take my chicken that I seasoned. I'm going to add it to the fire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise it a little bit just to make sure I stir it.
So, Chef, what inspired you? What inspired some of your dishes?
My grandparents.
Did they teach you how to cook as well?
Yeah, my 2 grandparents, my father, all my family are cooks. Not to say like certified chefs, but we've cooked our whole lives, and I've been cooking since the age of 11. And I decided to create my first restaurant from my parents' garage 6 years ago.
That's amazing. And is that how Ting's Restro Bar kind of came about?
Yeah, well, it came about because the first restaurant I ever created was Steve's Montreal. And that's a restaurant that I started in my grandparents' garage. But I decided, because I pushed the envelope for so many years, so many different dishes, that I wanted to do like a Caribbean style cocktail lounge. And I wanted to have like more of an array of dishes. You're going to see that showcase more in the summer. Really excited.
That's amazing for you. When did you open Resto Bar?
I opened Resto Bar March 9, 2020.
Okay. Wow.
That's kind of wild. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now. You guys see the chicken that was coming together. So you guys come together. What we're going to do is we're going to start adding the vegetables. You add the vegetables once you get your chicken nice and seared. Honestly, I would like to sear it a little bit more. It's okay. We'll go from here. So, when you do a whole chicken, you have your scallion, your white onion, not white onion, yellow onion, thyme, tomato. Usually you have a scotchy in here, which is a scotch bonnet. I don't have it today. I'm just gonna add it all in there. Oh, do you want to do me a favor? Just hold this button. Now that you take it here, I'm going to add some water to it. About 2.5 seconds. I'm going to add water or chicken stock. The reason I add water is because I already have salt here, but I don't want to have salt. You can have chicken stock that has no salt. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out and I'm going to go get a little bit of go back to the dish. Go back to the dish. That's how the dish is right now.
That looks so good. I'm like dying right now.
Oh, yeah, until it's done. So you're gonna add water just until it covers the chicken. Okay.
Chef, can you explain the use of Scotch bonnets and what other people can use if they don't have that at home?
You can use any pepper, any kind of hot pepper. The reason we use Scotch bonnet a lot because it has a lot of flavor. A lot of peppers have just Scotch bonnet peppers, like a red chili.
Right.
Habanero. Those peppers are also very good. Oh, John is good. So you're gonna do darker. I added my water. I'm gonna lower my heat a little bit, and I'm gonna cover it. Okay. The reason I cover it is I want it to get to a boil. I want it to get to a boil. As soon as it gets to a boil, I'm going to take off the cover. I'm probably gonna have to add more water to it as I go along. But what I want is consistency. I'll show you guys how to do this. Also, let's get back to this chicken. A lot of people add potato. And what potato does is that it absorbs the water, gets it ready to lock it out. It's cornstarch as well, but not too much starch. You don't want to take it up like a flour gravy. Okay, just a little bit, like a pinch. All right. So we're gonna go to the cauliflower now. So this is the cauliflower. Again, the very simple. There's nothing about it that's very difficult. And it's very easy. So we're going to take our garlic powder and our powder. We're going to sprinkle it over the top. Okay. Put a little bit of salt. We don't need too much seasoning because we're going to get a lot of the seasoning for the stew chicken. Okay. Not too much. And then we're going to use our garlic oil. Right over here. And also we're going to go into this the same exact way we made love to the chicken. All right, here we go. This is so simple, guys. Honestly, you can do this at home. It's really easy. It's a lot of flavoring. I don't want to make it too difficult for you guys today, but a lot of the times when I'm doing cauliflower, I still get coconut milk and then I grill it. The flavor is intense. It's crazy. Anyways, let me go on.
It's good to practice washing your hands continually, right?
COVID, coronavirus. All right, so now we're back here. Really starting. The last thing I usually do when I do brown stew is I add salt to it because I always tell my cooks and my chefs, whoever I cook with, you can always add salt. Everything goes.
Chef, those people at home who use electric ovens, what heat level do you use? Because I think it's a little bit stronger, as you said. So for those with an electrical oven, what's the temperature or the heat level?
A lot of people now buy, this is an electric one. People now with gas.
Right.
That's right. This is right. So you have to worry about these right. So we're going to go to 350. These guys know you're supposed to use all that. Sorry guys,
for those of you that are on YouTube, it's 350 degrees for about 15 minutes.
Just make sure you see Put in a little bit of a brine. It's not do whatever you love to. Cauliflower is one of the vegetables I love the most. So we can see this cauliflower here. But as you can see, this white substance is called parchment. You can have any grocery.
Right.
So that's it. We're going to put the cauliflower in my oven. Anybody have a regular oven?
So just in summary, you have to season the cauliflower well, put it on parchment paper, season it well, pop it into the oven, 350 degrees for about 15 minutes.
Nice. So let's go back to the brown soup. I lowered my heat. I don't want to burn it. I don't know when you're in the oven, forget about it. So we're going to reseat it a little bit. My phone at the same time. So there you go. See the water level I started off right here. Now the water level is reduced. You know what that means? I think that's where we're coming together.
That looks so good.
There we go. So let me add a little bit of cornstarch and see how much you can. So basically that's it right now. We're gonna wait about 3 minutes and then we're gonna go do the thing with the cornstarch. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna go get cornstarch. I'll be right back. Anybody have questions?
No. I think you've answered them, but just while you're walking about, can you, like, what's your go-to everyday meal? Because you constantly make Caribbean food. What's your go-to meal, chef?
My go-to meal, it's kind of crazy. I eat 1 or 2 meals a day, maybe. I never regret it. And it's, everyone says, like, you don't eat, you're a chef, you're always in a restaurant, but sometimes I have no time. So my go-to meal is like fries here and there, or I'll nibble like a little bit on a piece of oxtail, or rice and gravy. Rice and gravy. I do that a lot. Just some rice and gravy, some coleslaw. I hardly eat, and the reason because I'm cooking food all day.
Yeah, I get
So
it.
I literally get full of the aroma and the smells.
Right.
So, but if I was to die tomorrow, my go-to dish, and it's kind of crazy, is the best Peking duck in the world.
I know. I love Peking duck. Where do you go in Montreal?
My mom brings it back for me. I don't even know where she goes to get it, but it's amazing. But I have a recipe for like a jerk Peking duck that's coming out in the winter next year.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. I love Peking duck. You're talking about the Peking duck where you put in the wraps and everything as well, right? The whole
Yeah, that you hang. It's about a week process to actually get the marination and the cooking process done properly. But I got a crazy recipe for it that I'm going to be introducing next year.
Okay, so
Yeah.
would you prefer Peking duck or jerk chicken?
Do I prefer Peking duck or jerk chicken? It depends on how you're making jerk chicken.
Right.
Because jerk chicken, there's an authentic way of making jerk chicken. I wish I could make it the authentic way here, but I cannot get pimento leaves. It's much too expensive. And certain things that they do in Jamaica, you cannot do here in Ontario.
Like what?
I tried. Well, first off, you need to get the pimento wood. What I use is pimento seeds to smoke the chicken instead of using pimento leaves. The seasoning, the Scotch bonnets, everything in the Caribbean is like 10 times more healthier than we get here. 10 times. Trinidad for sure. Huh? I'm Trini too. Big man.
I've been to Trinidad. It's amazing there. And Tobago.
Yeah, my father's from Trinidad.
That's awesome.
And my mom's from Barbados, and my aunts are from Jamaica. So I was like able to like taste all these different dishes all at once.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And for outside of Caribbean cuisine, do you have one that you're either trying to explore, or which is there one that you've always wanted to try to cook?
really, really interested in Asian cuisine.
Which one?
A lot. Japanese, Korean, Chinese, Filipino. I'm really interested in that because I believe that our cooking methods are very similar.
Agreed.
Long marination, like fresh ingredients, a lot of rice. For many people, all we eat is rice.
Yep.
Ginger, scallion. My chef just said ginger scallion. A lot of things that we do and the Caribbean culture, Asians also do. Oh, sorry, Filipino too. My bad. Filipino too. My bad. I love Filipino food too. Shout out to Chef Ryan. And shout out to Chops. But anyways, I love the Asian culture. I love it.
That's awesome. For Ting's Resto Bar, what kinds of trials and tribulations did you encounter, and how did you get past them?
Oh, trials and tribulations. I've been through it all. You know, like it's a little different to say, but a lot of people don't believe it. But there's a big stigmatism as a black chef. In the States, it's very predominant. It's much stronger. But a black chef in Canada isn't as strong. And that's what I'm trying to change, and I think I'm doing it. A lot of chefs, like if you go even from Montreal, like every time you look at a panel of judges or anytime you look at anybody in any kind of TV show, you might see one black chef, one. And it's sad because we cook like the best in terms of like flavoring. And I don't care what anybody says, right? Plating could be number one, whatever, but at the end of the day, it's the flavor that you go for in a dish.
Right.
And I don't care what anybody says. Caribbean people are barred on one of the top in terms of flavoring food and texture and like fresh root vegetables and ital, and that's why it kind of pisses me off. But it's okay, you know, my time's coming, and we'll be there very, very soon.
I love that you're trying to like change the narrative of the story, and I mean, you're definitely going to do an exact.
It's not. I am trying to change the narrative.
Changing it.
I'm going to change the narrative.
Yes, you heard it, guys.
Okay, so look. So now, as you can see, so what we're gonna do is, there's a little bit of cornstarch here. What a lot of people do, is that they add water. Back in the gravy. Can I get a spoon, please? Yes, chef. Thank you. We're gonna add a little bit of cornstarch. I used half of what was in here, which is literally I can't even see the measurement this is. That looks like probably like 2 tablespoons, not even. Yeah. So we're gonna mix this around.
So in this case, you instead of taking traditionally water with the cornstarch, you're actually mixing your gravy directly with the cornstarch.
Yeah. And you know what this will do is that it'll make sure that everything is very consistent. Not adding too much water.
Right.
I like water. How long am I on my touch temperature with my convection? 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So hear that, guys, right? We have 7 minutes left. Darn smooth. Thank you, my brother. You can use a lot of things that's all flour. I use flour. And by the way, guys, this took about 15 minutes. I didn't use a whole chicken. I used just chicken legs, but if you use a whole chicken, usually when the breast is fully sealed, take the breast out and we add it at the end. Because anything that has more bigger bones, like chicken legs here, will take longer to cook than breast. Okay. So I would suggest you take out your breast after it's like nice and cooked and juicy, and then we add it back into your pot.
So to recap, for those of you on YouTube, if you don't have cornstarch, you can absolutely substitute for flour. That's a good substitution method.
So now it's even getting more.
Oh yeah, I could see it. It's definitely, it's bubbling up nice and it's thickening at the same time.
Because there's not much water, right? Look, first off, if everyone's looking at this, this is where I started. All right, so we have about, what, how much more minutes else in the oven? 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left for that cauliflower to be done.
Mhm.
We're gonna plate, and then we're gonna be ready to go.
Oh my God, I'm so hungry.
That's the point, right? That's the point of doing these live cooking shows and doing a little bit of, you know, that's the point.
So we've got a question for you. How was it growing up when you were interested in cooking and your friends played sports?
Oh, I played football my whole life. I didn't actually start cooking professionally till I was like 25. I only cooked for women. And a lot of them said that I could cook. So then I was like, you know what? Maybe they've been telling me what I should be doing my whole life.
Well, shout out to all the women that you cooked for, because it's because of your positive feedback you're doing what you're doing now.
You know what I mean? And that's how it all started. And that's how I was like, okay, then I could. Oh, by the way, lower your heat when it starts to get thick. Lower it. All right. Not trying to burn it, but yeah, that's how it happened. Honestly.
That's so cool. Aw.
Yeah,
And how
yeah.
did you name your restaurant? Like, I mean, I can kind of figure it out, but I mean, like, what was the inspiration behind the name of your restaurant?
Which one? Well, I don't own Seasoned Dreams anymore. Oh, Tings. Okay. Okay. First off, Tings is a big thing in like Ontario, Toronto. But I've been saying Ting since I was 10 years old.
Right.
Because that is a way of us expressing ourselves with everything. Like we'll say ting for everything, literally. Yo, so where you going? I'm gonna go check a ting. Say, yo, you have a ting for me to drink? Yo, dog, I need a ting to wear tonight. But this is something that we've been saying our whole lives in the Caribbean culture. I'm more the English Caribbean culture that we've been saying our whole lives.
Right.
So that's why I was like, what would make sense? And what is really popping right now? And what is like an ultimate marketing strategy? Tings.
Really, really catchy.
Exactly. Like I'm going to Tings. Yo, did you get Tings yesterday? Yo, Tings yesterday was fire, fam. So there's always different ways of I knew this company or this name would transition to like a marketing like way before I even thought of it, like organically. So that's why I call it Tings.
I love it. Now, your main menu right now, it consists of seafood. Where you are,
actually,
is it seafood? I saw crabs.
because right now we're doing a Caribbean seafood boil. Sorry, there's something on my soap. Right now we're doing a Caribbean seafood boil. I change my menu very often.
Okay.
And that's a reason why I'm a chef, because I don't like things that stay very stagnant.
You
I
like
like to push it down a little. Exactly. I like different things. See? Look, I didn't even say that. I didn't even look at that. That was all organic.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's yeah. Basically. What was the question again? Sorry, I lost track.
So for Montreal, like, do you have access to seafood very easily? Because in Toronto, it's a little, like, do you have it at the markets? is it easy to get, basically?
In Ottawa, it's a little bit more difficult than Montreal. And the reason it's more difficult, I guess, because there's so much competition in Montreal. There's more like vendors and there's more distributors. but we're still able to get as much seafood. And I still pick up a lot of my produce and stuff from Montreal. Shout out to Montreal. Look at that. Because some of the things I cannot get here. Freed is allergic. Deliver to MTL, please. Oh, crazy. But yeah, I still support my city. I still love Montreal. It's where I started. And
But did you officially move to Ottawa?
not yet, but I will be here fully soon. Oh, you know what that noise is? That is a cauliflower. 1 second.
Yeah. While he's getting his cauliflower, to all of you, thanks again for tuning in to our Battle Live event. Our Cook for Cause. As mentioned earlier, we're trying to raise funds
For charity.
for charity, that's right, and Montreal Children's Hospital. So you can find the link in our bio for Battle Canada. Please visit it. Any small thing counts. Right now, given the pandemic situation, we're really trying to help the hospitals with those during this critical time.
Talking about how this is for charity. What we call
Chef?
Yeah, I'm about to show you guys how beautiful this cauliflower looks. Oh yeah. All right. Where's my phone? Okay. There we go. There we go. Look at this. Maybe 5. You guys hear I said 15 minutes? Okay, just making sure you guys said 15 minutes at 350. And you see the crust, this is the way it looks. You can get that nice crispy texture and the flavors for sure. And if you would have soaked that in coconut milk, it would have been 10 times better. Anyways, let's go. 5 minutes. So now this is the brown stew.
Oh, that looks so yummy. Oh, it's so thick. It's so much thicker than before.
So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate. I'm gonna show you guys how to plate. Okay, it's very simple. I'm gonna use this beautiful plate. These are the plates that we use at Tings. This is actually a plate that we got from South Africa. And I imported. You can see the rim. Everything is designed. Okay, very very nice.
Hold it up for this for the YouTube users as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh,
This is a beautiful plate. I also have it. Okay.
Ooh, that's a nice color, Chef.
Yeah, and it has to do. And the reason I got it from South Africa is because I don't know if the person that owns this company is black, but I want to support black. So when I heard South Africa, I was on it. You know what I mean? All right, so here we go. So we're gonna plate on the red. So I'm just gonna take a cauliflower like this. We're just gonna rest it right here on the side. Alice, can you come here in 2 seconds? Oh no, you're doing something. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. A little bit busy. Sorry. It's okay. No problem. No problem. No problem. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our brown stew. I don't want it to slip.
Oh my God. That looks so good. I'm dying right now.
Well, see, guys, that's the point, right? That is the point. And by the way, the reason I chop my chicken in 3 is because usually when I make brown stew chicken, I like my chicken to be chopped in 3. I don't like full chicken. Uber's here. So, there you go.
Oh, yum.
Well, actually, let me wipe off my plate. Sorry, guys. Here.
Gotta tidy it up.
This is the brown stew chicken and roasted cauliflower. Alright, guys, so that meal took exactly 25 minutes, and you could feed the whole family. All right.
For anyone that's with the stew, you made quite a bit. So can you both put it in the fridge and the freezer to make it last?
You can. if you put it in the freezer, it's not an issue. As long make sure it's not hot anymore. Because if it's hot, obviously it's gonna go putrid. Make sure you cool it down, but otherwise you're good to go. You can put it in the freezer, you can put it in the fridge. If you put it in the fridge, 72 hours max. But if you put it in the freezer, you're good at least for like a while, especially if you have it air sealed.
Okay, I got a question on YouTube. What was the go-to dish for the girls you cooked for?
Oh, it depends. It depends where she's from.
Okay.
My first dish I ever cooked was curry chicken. I don't take him off Uber. And the girl that I cooked for was Indian.
Right.
So it depends. It depends who or what I'm cooking for. But women love seafood.
I love seafood. I can eat all kinds
I
of
don't know
seafood.
what it is. Yeah. Love seafood, like shrimp.
What's your favorite seafood dish then?
Oh, I could eat crab all day. By the way, crab is 10 times better than lobster. It's more sweet. The texture is better. I like lobster, don't get me wrong, but a nice king crab legs with like garlic butter and some lemon.
Right.
There you go.
That's amazing. So in summary, you've taught us how to make the brown stew chicken. The cauliflower looks amazing. I love the tip you gave. Help it I love how it like kind of turns into that golden brown, and it looks really ultra crispy when you bite into it. Can you do a slow-mo like cutting into it? For those of us that don't get to like be there, I want to see the slow-mo like cutting into it.
Yeah, nice. They want me to cut into the cauliflower.
For those of us who want to try it, feed someone, chef. Feed someone in your restaurant. I mean, even your staff.
So if you going back to me cutting into, do you see how like nice and delicate it is? This is not even a sharp knife. This is like a steak knife. This is like a piece of crab steak. So look, very simple. Oh, sorry. So it's very, 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 like it's beautiful. Like, sorry if touching my hands on TV, guys, but it's gorgeous. Even the brown stew, if you add a little bit of basmati rice, if you want to stay healthy all around here, just add some basmati rice and you'll get below.
Right. That's a really good tip.
Yeah. For your carbohydrates.
Yeah, for sure. Now, like just in general as a chef, do you have any advice that you can give those who are budding new entrepreneurs?
In what, cooking field or as a in general?
Definitely in the cooking field.
Well, first off, when it comes to cooking, it's all about trial and error. You're never gonna get the perfect recipe off the first time. And this is an overall lesson in life. Less is more. So don't try and add like flowers and all these crazy things to your plate. You can do that, but don't add just less is more. And I promise you, you'll go a long way in this restaurant game. And hard work. I do like, I don't even know, like close to 80 hours a week right now. And that's just a normal thing. And we do it because I love what I do and I love to inspire my cooks. I love for everybody to get to their own plateau, even the cooks in Montreal, like Zuo Chef, even Jones, Seasoned Dreams, who else we got? Hans, that's selling food from his crib, killing it too. Who else we got? We got a whole bunch of cooks that has learned from me and now has done open their own restaurant in brick and mortars and doing a lot of other things in their life. So.
Right. How has having children changed you as both a chef and an entrepreneur?
It changed me as a man completely.
How so?
I'm a lot more patient and I want to do more. I want to succeed a lot more. I'm leaving all this for my son, even if he doesn't want it. If he doesn't want it, then. But I want my son to have everything. And not to say him being spoiled, but I just want him to have the best of the best. And, I love my little man. Yeah, Paris. Hold on, it's on this side. It's a tower. I don't know if you can see it.
That's so cool.
Alright, it's sunset. But yeah. That's what's up.
This is amazing. We really appreciate your time. I believe I've answered all the questions that have come in. Oh, nope, there's one more. We know you love your music. What is your motivational track while you're cooking?
Chris Brown, baby. Chris Brown, any Chris Brown song.
Okay, what's your favorite Chris Brown song?
Oh my God. Everyone, I can't choose.
He's awesome.
Every single Breezy track is my track. Now, I'm just an R&B guy overall. Like a lot of the old school R&B, a lot of those old school music, like really, like gets my mind going. But Chris Brown's one of my favorite artists. Appreciate you too, bro.
Yeah, so again, just to recap, you learned how to make this amazing 2 recipes. Again, you can head over to our Instagram for the ingredients. Chef is now showing you his beautiful plating there. For those of
By the way, guys, I just want to tell you, sorry to cut you off. This recipe you could use for fish, for beef, any kind of protein you want, shrimp. Shrimp takes a little bit, it's a little different though, because shrimp cooks in 2 seconds. So you got to make the brown stew before you add the shrimp. But this dish or this recipe I showed you guys, you can do it with any kind of protein. Oh yeah, and for vegans and vegetarian, tofu too. Brown stew tofu, brown stew shiitake mushrooms, any of that stuff. All right.
That's amazing. And you can find the ingredients list on our Battle Canada Instagram. Make sure you follow us there. So next week for our Battle Live events, we actually have our first battle with Geraldine Desmorn, who is It's Dino Art, and Olivier Lamba. So they were both given and they're going to be designing us, where they're going to actually battle, a sneaker battle next week on Wednesday. So you could definitely tune in for that. Again, you can catch Battle Canada on Instagram. Make sure you tune in on our YouTube channel, all our different social media platforms. Chef, how can people reach you?
Instagram, email, chef.jaeanthony@gmail.com. But most of the people send me like DMs through Instagram, the email, or if you want to come to Tings. But right now you can't really get the experience because we have a full rum bar. Shout out to David Amar, my partner. I love that kid. Full rum bar, everything. So once that this whole Corona thing's over, coronavirus! Once this is all over, come to Tings. You'll get an experience, I promise you.
He's gonna hook you up with some tings.
With some beer tings. Beer tings.
It's so funny. So I want to send a special shout out to our sponsors, the Paper Crane and Co., Salad Master, and AC TriStar. And make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And again, it is for a charity. So please head over to our bio to donate to Children's Hospital. I want to thank you, Chef Jae-Anthony, for your time today. We've had, I love that you actually did it in your kitchen, in your restaurant, because I've always wanted to see what it's like back there.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy right now. I would show you a whole tour, but it's a little bordel. I just don't want people to. It's a little bordel.